Hey guys, I know exactly what you've been dealing with out there. Maybe you find yourself on a little bit of a colder day. Maybe you're, like we have here, a 15-mile-an-hour wind right back in your face, and you really want to rip it out there. You're tired of getting outdriven by your friends by 20 or 30 yards. You've been working on your lower body and trying to get that extra speed. So you get up there, you practice on the range, you go out to the course, you can't wait to show off and drive it way past your friends. Oh, and you just whiff it. It goes in short into the left rough. You feel like your lower body isn't synced up with your upper body. How do we get that extra speed? Well, I got a great tip for you today. We're gonna lock in on that right knee, how we can extend that right knee at the proper time to get that club to whip through impact, pick up a lot more distance, and start ripping out there past your friends. Let's go ahead and get started. All right guys, so you're struggling getting the lower body to work correctly. Well, one of the things that I was taught when I was really young, which is dead wrong, I definitely wouldn't do this motion, is to take your right knee and feel like it kisses into your left knee. We all want to make that weight transfer to the left side. We want to get our weight moving to the left, and that's kind of a common practice theme or practice key to have, is to let that right knee kick in. But what ends up happening if I overdo that a little bit too much? So if my right knee starts to get closer to my left knee to start my downswing, you can see how these are really getting close together. What'll end up happening is a lot of times I'll leave my legs bent way too long in the swing. Now I'm having to use all upper body, all arms, to try to muscle that on through there, and I'm really just not getting the distance that I want to have. In order to get a lot of distance and a lot of power, we have to take that lower body energy, transfer it up to our upper body, and the goal here is to take all this angle that we build up with the club. We've got all this lag. If you look at the butt end of my club, I'm going to let that turn back up and in, so that butt end is coming back up and in, and that club is going to whip on through. So that's really going to catch up as my hands are turning up and in. That's where you're going to get that whip-like action. That's where you see these scrawny little guys that don't weigh $150 cranking it out there 300 yards. That's how they're doing that. They're using the physics of this club to get more speed. So here's the correct way that we want to do this. Actually, first, to start out, before we do the correct way, let's go ahead and hit one. I got my flight scope radar out here. I'm going to try to take a nice full swing. I'm going to let my knees kind of kiss in. I'm not going to extend as quickly as possible. Then we'll go over the right thing to do. So here's the incorrect way. Oh, I hit that one really solid. And sometimes that can be confusing because you think, oh, I tried out this new tip and I hit one pretty solid. But if we look at the numbers, that's not going to be my best club head speed and distance. So on that one, 110.9 club head speed. I think I can do a little bit better. I actually hit that one really solid. 263 carry, 273.4 total distance. So when you're practicing a new tip like this, maybe you get out there and you hit one like that feels pretty good and you're like, oh man, I'm really onto something. But in reality, we look at the numbers, it's not the right thing to do. Let's talk about the right way to use your lower body now. So as I said before, we want to get the butt end of this club turning back up. How I'm going to do that is, as I start my downswing, I'm going to feel like there's some separation between both my knees. I'm going to feel like my right leg is flexed here as I'm starting my downswing. And as I'm doing this, I'm getting a little bit of lag, or a lot of lag if you like, to start the downswing. Now from there, my right leg is going to extend. I'm getting rid of this lag, and my right leg is going to be almost fully extended as I go to the straight line release, which is this 45-degree angle out in front. This is what we teach in the Top Speed Golf system. So I've got all this lag. I'm letting that whip on through there to release all that and get that club to really accelerate through contact. The reason the lower body is important for this is I'm going to go ahead, as my lower body starts to extend, notice how my left hip starts to, or my hips start to come rotate, and they're also moving up at the same time. Since my upper body is connected to my lower body, now my left shoulder is moving back and up. My arm's connected to my shoulder, so my hands are moving back and up, and that's what releases that whip action. I got my hand here with all this angle. It's going to move back up and in to get that club to whip on through there and to get a lot of club head speed as we're working on this drill. So what I want you to do, let's go ahead and break this down piece by piece, then we'll see what I can do when I do it correctly. I want you to go ahead and just start in your living room. Don't have to even worry to go to the driving range. Start your downswing, separate those knees a little bit, have this good angle of lag, and kind of pause there. Number two, let's go ahead and extend those legs and release this club out in front. So I'm letting this turn up and in, get that club to release out in front. That's getting that whip action as I'm coming through contact. And then number fourth piece, I'm going to finish with my chest nice and high, all my weight on my front foot, looking down the fairway. So you're going to do a good 20, even 30 reps just pausing in your living room, getting those key checkpoints. Then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make one fluid swing, come all the way around there, feel like we're nice and comfortable with that. Once we're comfortable with that, then we can take it out to the range. So let's bring out the flight scope here again. I'm gonna make a good full swing using the lower body correctly, and let's see what kind of numbers we can get. Yeah, definitely felt like a lot more power. Didn't hit it the most solid, but I guarantee you the distance is gonna be a little bit farther. So last time club head speed was 110. That time we got 119.7, so quite a bit more. 278, so that time I carried it about 4 yards farther than my total distance last time, and my total distance was 292. So again, not even the most solid shot, but I picked up almost 20 yards there, a little under 20 yards of making that change. So work on these drills, work on that lower body working in the right sequence. You're gonna get that club to whip on through there so you can start using physics as your friend. All right guys, so I hope y'all really enjoyed this video. We got you well on your way to creating more power with that lower body. But we still have one problem. If we don't have a lot of lag in the golf swing, if we don't have this sharp angle to go ahead and get rid of that, we're not gonna have the power to get rid of. That lower body energy may transfer up, but we don't have as good of an angle to release at the bottom of the swing. Well, I've got one of my best lag videos. I wanna play a preview of that here in a second. Go ahead and click the link up on the screen, your iCard. Go ahead and click that. You'll get instant access to this full video. Plus, you're gonna get 5 bonus videos from our Top Speed Golf system. So best of luck, guys. I can't wait to help you with your lag. I'll see you in the next video. Hi guys, and welcome back. I'm Clay Ballard, and in today's video, we're gonna talk about one of the absolute worst drills for creating lag. It's a very common drill that I see. And in this drill, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set the wrist very early to create an angle of lag, and then we're gonna try to hold this throughout the swing. It's one of the worst things that you can do to build lag. I'm gonna talk about the science behind why this is the case, and I'm also gonna give you a great drill to help you improve your lag, all in this video. Let's go ahead and get started. If I do it this way versus holding that position, exact same thing happens when we're building lag in the golf swing. So what we wanna do is throughout the swing, I wanna have a very low and wide takeaway. So I'm not gonna set my wrist early at all. If you look at a lot of the top players, you look at Adam Scott, very wide takeaway, not very much wrist set at all. You look at Rory McIlroy, look at Tiger Woods. All these players are using a wide takeaway and not getting very much wrist set, so that later in the swing, as we start down, we can increase this wrist set, and we're really only gonna max out this angle of lag for a split second in the downswing. Okay, so a 3-step drill here. Now, as we get started with this, I want to remind you that the fulcrum in this golf club for getting a massive amount of lag is right at the end of the golf club. This is where I want my hinge point to be.